music program, our kids that are playing percussion and are playing bells for this part of the year, they had a really good head start. So we were actually able, in our first lesson, to get quite a bit further. So we're going to show you what we were able to do in the percussion lessons. You guys ready? 1, 2, ready, go. All right, there we go. So, thank you very much. After we did that, we really quickly, without using note names, we got right to hot cross buns. So we're actually going to play you that one next. Show you what each section kind of can do on their own. So we're gonna kind of cycle around a couple of our kind of classic folk tunes, and so we're gonna go from the top to the bottom like we did with the mouthpieces, one section at a time. So we're gonna start with the flutes playing "Au clair de la lune." Great. That's awesome. All right, we are going to go on to clarinets doing "Down by the Station." Saxophones are going to show you how we can do "Some Folks Do." Stereo going on because we're going to have our horns and our trumpets play "Au clair de la lune" together. Now we have our tubas, our trombones, and our baritones playing "Down by the Station."
The Avengers movie. And that was like the acting gods just filled my belly with gas.
you ever think that playing nothing could actually be a thing? Which we did very well. Really good job, kids. All right. We learned a whole bunch of songs with just our first 3 notes, and we kind of played around with it for probably 2 or 3 lessons. And then we added a couple of notes really quickly after that, and we got to our first partial scale. So we're going to play a song that we're going to call, the book calls, Scaling the Wall. Of you out there, by a show of clap, played an instrument at some point in school? All right, I love hearing that. So we're going to need your help a little bit on this next song. I hope you got a little intro to this at home, because we did ask the kids to give you a little head start. We're doing a song called Stomp Rock, where we actually have to stomp. And we're hoping that you will help us with that. I have a little aid that's going to help you know when to stomp. When I lift it up, you stomp. Ready? I told you they could do it. All right, we're going to play Stomp Rock with you. We don't always play in unison entirely, so we learned a quick duet on the song Lightly Row, so we're going to play that one for you next. Everyone gets to choose whether they want to be the A part or the B part. And we get really serious sometimes with some of the classics. So we're going to do a little Beethoven for you next. This one, and I love seeing this year after year after year. As soon as they hear that we're playing this song, kids are like, yes! And it's Beethoven. That's awesome. We're going to do a little bit of Ode to Joy for you. We're excited. Sounds awesome. All right, we're gonna get back to as we do our page turn. We're gonna get back to some of the folk songs. We're gonna do our version of Old MacDonald. I don't know this for an absolute fact, but I think our book might have been worried that John Williams was a little litigious. So we're not going to do Jaws. We're going to do Shark. Everyone got to pick which note they played on that last note, so as you can see, we picked all of them. All right, our next song is called Crusader's Hymn. This one, this is one we haven't really put in our concert up until now, but because we were able to see the kids twice a cycle, we actually expanded our concert from 12 songs that we were able to get to last year to 20 songs this year, which has been really awesome in the same amount of time, which is really awesome, and we're just so grateful for it. So this is Crusader's Hymn. And we had some Beethoven, now we're going to have something that's been semi-attributed to Mozart. And I quiz a lot of my students on whether they know the song that this came from, and no matter what answer they give, there's always a couple other right answers too. So you might know a couple of different songs that use the melody from this one. Our book calls it Star Search.
Make that place a forest or a castle or, you know, a desolate landscape and, you know, Samuel Beckett's illustrator.
One of the things that our book does that I really like is the next couple of songs that we're going to play for you.
Do this, and they're like, oh yeah, we're working.
Beginning, but they're all going to get a little different. In this one, we're going to add in an accent mark, so you should hear one note at a time kind of stand out a little bit more. And so let's see if you can find that one. This is Walk to My Lou. Thank you. I'm gonna remind our performers that I don't know if you know it, we're in the middle of a concert. There's an audience out there. See? So we're gonna be really quiet between our songs. Our next song is called Shoe Fly. This one actually uses a little bit of light syncopation, which is where we kind of undo the natural downbeat and we try to put some accent somewhere else so that we can start to get a little bit more flavor to our rhythms. Our next song, we decided to rename it, and so we're calling it Scaling the Wall 2.0, mainly because we took that 5-note scale that we were playing way back in October, and we've expanded it out with the notes we've been playing now, and we've got a whole new warm-up with that. So this is Scaling the Wall 2.0. Point out that one has a fermata in it, and I heard a ton of people playing that last note a little extra long, which was awesome. We are going to go on to what might be the record holder for the shortest song in our concert, with a lot of short songs in it. This is Rain, Rain, Go Away, but not all of it. This one we did, at this point in the book, they're starting to add in some new time signatures. So we're not always having 4 beats per measure. Now we're gonna have 2 beats per measure, and we've got something even more exciting coming up. So this is Rain, Rain, Go Away. We are up to Minuet. This one puts us in 3 beats in a measure. If you're familiar with waltz or some of our historic dance styles, this is where things get a little bit trickier, and we're all used to 4 beats in a measure. We've been listening to it in pop music and folk music and everything for so long that we put this one in, we play this one in 3/4 just to show you that we are not a one-trick pony. So this is Minuet. We are actually getting on towards the end of the concert. I want to point out a couple of things. We're going to have Mr. Dozer come up and do some thank yous before our last song. But in the meantime, I did want to point out that out on the benches, kind of in the foyer area, our absolutely awesome duplicating department made us some signs. We hope that you have a minute with your student to grab a couple pictures. We have some hashtags and we have some other signs that you can hold up while you're taking some family pictures. If you post them, we would love it if you would try to tag the Friends of the Arts of Brighton or Brighton Central School District or things like that, especially if they're really good pictures. So just grab the sign that speaks to you and get a couple pics with those. We are going to go on to Frere Jacques. This is a round, which is a little bit new for us because we did not. This is the very first time we're doing. Hold on a second. This is the first time we are ever playing any of this as a group because we never put all the kids together. All these kids were in groups of about 20 kids, and they've never played together. So this whole thing is brand new. Yeah. We would love to try this out ahead of time and all of that, but with the class schedules and everything, this is our first chance, and I think it's been going really, really great. So we're gonna do Frere Jacques for you in a 4-part round. It sounded awesome. You sounded really great. I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Dozer for a minute. I'm going to take a breath, and I'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Dozer, and we share most of the groups up here, but I am generally the clarinet, saxophone, and flute teacher. Mr. Myers is the brass and percussion. But we had a little bit of mixing, so I might be your son or daughter's tuba teacher too this year. So I have some concert thank yous. First, thank you so much for coming out here and supporting your kids on this awesome night. This is their first concert, so very special. We'd like to thank our Board of Education and Dr. McGowan for all their support. Our awesome FRES administration, Mrs. Coggins and Mrs. Flores. A huge thank you to our VPA director, Dr. Tracy Glazer, and the secretary of the office, Charlotte Kimberly Hay. Our tech crews, Jack Whitmer, Eric Kruner, Seth Katzman, and their crew tonight for making it possible for the live stream and for the sound and for the lights and everything. And also our 2 student workers back there tonight, Kaylee Sherman and Violet Klaus. A huge thank you to the Friends of Arts of Brighton community, FAB, and to those of you who are in that group helping support the arts in Brighton. The music programs here are made so much better because of you. Special thank you to our custodial staff, Mr. Lazeski and Mr. Christensen, and our night crew. They set up for us and make sure our students' groups are equipped with risers, stands, microphones, lights, and many other requirements. We're very needy, us music teachers. The 4th grade teachers at FRES for their support of these students. You know, they're bringing them to class. They're bringing them to our class every day. They're reminding them to take their instruments home, and this is a big responsibility for 4th graders. So they, without their help, you know, they make this possible too. I'm almost done. A huge thank you to the FRES music team and our entire department, many of whom are here tonight and help out across from TCMS and BHS. They come here and they support us. And then, thank you to you parents for hearing those beginning sounds at home and encouraging them through it all. it all pays off because they get to have this experience, and then hopefully they continue on, and that experience grows as they get to TCMS and BHS. So with all of that said, our grand finale piece is probably one of their favorites, right? Okay, well, yeah, we're just going to finish the concert now, so we'll all right, we got time for one more, I think, so. All right, and here's Mr. Munn.
I don't have anything to add. I just want to thank Mr. Dozer for the awesome, this is our third year working together, and we just have a great time together. So have a wonderful night. I did see a lot of snow coming down, so please be safe on the ride home. And take those pictures when you get done.
Okay, let's take this picture.
Oh my goodness, yes. I know it's not the greatest night out, but if you were never a performer, you have no idea how good a sweet treat tastes right after a concert. You just can't imagine. It's at least 3 times better than a regular night. So if you can't do it tonight because of the weather, I understand, but it's gotta be soon. All right? I made a promise to a couple of kids, so have a great night.